Just because of the name of the country, I already know this will be a spicy one. Hello again, my favorite capsaicin munchers, and welcome to another Hoi4 Democracy A to Z video. And I think with it being a spicy nation was a bit of a lie, since, you know, oh, it's gonna be Chile today, and it's nothing spicy about this country other than it being like the longest stick in the universe. As always, you know, we randomize every possible country so that maybe I won't fall asleep as a democratic country in like the most peaceful continent in the world. And yeah, let's just you know, I have kind of a plan for this game. Of course, we are going to get the democratic part first, as always. And you know, the plan will be to be a very good friends with everyone in this game, because we are going to dig every single material to the core of the fucking earth. Like army wise, I am probably going to go mountaineers, because you know, there tends to be quite a lot of mountains over here. But like economically, oh, we are going to do some digging today, since you know, we can dissolve this. Look at the resources in this: steel, chromosomes, tungsten, aluminum. Then here, even more resources, even more. Like, we are actually gonna be resource barons today. And I will already open up investigations against this. And I don't actually know, because I tried to play Chile once and I don't understand the Nazis, because this looks like, you know, like they would actually throw us over into like civil war or some shit. But they actually don't. So I have no idea how in the hell does this work. And let's add the Phalange National, and Germany is in civil war. We will see if there will be Mr. Konrad Adenauer or the other guy. And overall, I think to get revenge on these pricks today, we will take United Kingdom. Because of the Pitcairn Island, we are taking their asses down. And let's do policies of Arturo Alessandri. I'm not gonna build that much safe. I am gonna do a bunch of infrastructure. I so don't care about like my stuff. I will build only infrastructure for a long time. And let's get the goodest boy of them all, Hulk the face lick, even though he's dark shit for political power. But he's just such a good boy. He likes to lick faces sometimes. Like, you cannot judge him for that. He's only a dog. Why? A dog needs to lick faces, right? And let's construct the Estadio Nacional. Expand the Carabineros. Carabineros, like what? Guns blazing? Or how does that help against the fascists? And then I will do the inflation control by the central bank. Holy shit. Inflation control by the Banco Central del Chile. And after that, I will have to actually AFK until 1938, until being able to go even more down here. Then we at least will be able to start digging to the core of the goddamn earth. We're gonna be like dwarves today, miners. I'm actually putting on some dwarf music right now. Let me see I don't even have the mountaineers yet. And I am not establishing anti-fascist coalition. You know why? Look at the communism support. Holy, I am not going communist this game. And now dissolving the Covenza. We have 0 left for export too. Okay, I hope they will go communist. But they did expatriate communists return home, so maybe we will see communists here. And oh, I already know. Beaten but not defeated. Tungsten, Portugal, they're exporting to Latvia, Lithuania, Iran, and Finland. Or like, these are the guys that would be trading to me instead. I will improve relations with them. They send the guys to Spain. Do I even care about Spain? It's 100 PP, minus 5% stability. And I don't need to help them if I go here. So instead, we must dig deeper. I need to do agency to like improve relations with everyone and control trade and all of this stuff. Whilst I am being like selling guy, maybe I will also just start selling all of this, everything on low price, and will devalue the peso already, because I cannot have like devaluating the peso here. So it will take for a year, and then I can also get infrastructure here to get even more resources. Yes, and Australia is already buying. And Portugal and Denmark. Hell yeah. Wait, I improved relations with them and they're still not trading with me? I will prop up the Gustavo Gosh. And I can already see that there will be one warmonger in this. And the second Brazilian Republic will win. And I cannot send the volunteers. Unless, wait, I can do this? Get my guns off the market. I need to get Cuerpo de Gendarmeria de prisoners. Is it like actual prisoners that are fighting? Like probably the Soviets. Yep. Second Russian Civil War. Why don't more people should like me? Come on. I need to do this. Trade relations with Chile plus 50. Okay. I will do volunteers to Republicans and then not send them but send to Brazil. Then I will probably fund southern infrastructure. Work on here because this also gives infrastructure. Okay, I think this should suffice for now. It's early in the game. I have only 2 research slots. They can get the vampire fangs. Can I send them? Oh, I can. 5 divs. Oh, okay, they will get like 5. Kinda the best divs, but they still suck ass. Oh, I should actually help the other Brazilians. They are the ones that are buying this. You know, go to free trade so that everyone can trade with me. Funded southern infrastructure now. Work on Pan-American highway. And already, holy, I thought this would be like sleeper game, but no, volunteers pretty quickly, which I am so glad that I can actually be a part of warmongering together with the Brazilians. Oh, Brazil, you suck. There's not a single communist nation gonna be in on my watch. And we've worked on Pan-American Highway. I hope I am not breaking the game and I will go on partial mode thing. And now let's establish beneficial trade relationship. And hopefully people will start trading with us. Chile, I would never expect them to have so many resources. And let's elevate the mountaineers already. Is there any guy who gives me like this? Yeah, this is better. International, I've never took a loan in this game, so maybe I'll try. I guess it's also early in the game that there is not a lot of people are trading with me, but I might stay out of joining any factions just so I can trade with both sides at the same time. Nazistas are going to do some massacre after 50 days. Ah, Peru crosses into Pastas, so I guess I will. And how does my opinions look? All of these guys should be trading with me, but they're not. Why is Peru losing to Ecuador? Okay, they didn't coup my nation. Ah, our Carabineros have put down the resurrection. Ah, Carabineros was actually the thing. They shouldn't bother us again. Let's get even more resources. I feel like this is like kind of pointless to an extent, because like even though I've got so much of it, no one is trading with me for it. So like I'm putting all of it out. No one is buying this. Like no one is buying tungsten overall, so that's why. Who is trading with them? Paraguay, Argentina, like basically everyone in the South America. Probably be good to start actually arming ourselves. How are these guys still not? Oof. Uruguay declared war. Wait, can I do it like endlessly? Actually get better weapons than 1918 guns. Whoa. Uruguay is pushing in. I'll go help against Uruguay first. These guys are going, goddamn veterans. See? They can get 2 medals. Grand Officer Grade of the Chilean Order of Merit. I have 300 tungsten. We for sure don't need to build that much infrastructure, but you know, I'm greedy. And also it's gonna look so good when you click here, try to build like mills, and it's plus 100 everywhere. And also the 1938 presidential elections, finally we took the Gustavo Rossi and he gets some very good traits, and then a new commander-in-chief, and let's take Guillermo Barrios. And my people want early mode by themselves. Bro, I'm carrying Brazilians. Oh, why did they sign that white piece though? Come on. You didn't even make them democratic. Ejercito de Chile, and we can finally go in here. I know there is so much goodies here, like resource gain efficiency and all of this, but if we go here, same ideology, monthly opinion, I think people will be more like down to work with us. And let's go. 2 guns per day, 2.5 guns per day. This lowers both the Mapuche and anarchic societies. Announce and take yet another loan. I think I will already. Yeah, I need this 1 whole research slot. We so need a research slot. Cannot be playing on 2, and it's 1939. Okay, and our last infrastructure is being finished, so then we can start fully militarizing, and then we can already get 4th research slot. Oh, we are packing now. Industry is starting to boom only in 1939. What are we even supposed to take from them by now? Let's just return to the parliamentary era. Advisor can't be fired, are you kidding me? Well, I think then the goodest of good boys, oh, the face liquor has to go. I need a bit more political power. Oh yeah, oh yes. Holy shit, they are veterans. Holy shit, do I go for this? Do I go for even less political power? I think I need this, like the stability hit. This doesn't give like that good thing for me, since you know I like decrease in opinion with so much people. Like communists are communists, but you know I need my money, man. Maybe it's time to stop being such a lousy guy and start actually building up. Argentina Legionaria is like one of my biggest supplier. Before I give, let's do land reform. I think I'm not going to do Repubblica Sociale Italiana since they only exist here. I will do probably please. Why does everybody hate me? Yeah, I needed this. This is very important. Let's just finish the Mapuche campaigns and then dig even deeper for more steel. We are actually just digging into the core of the earth, I swear. Where do you find all of these resources in this like strip of land? USA formalizes an alliance with Canada. Yeah, let's found the National Steelworks. Whoa. Let me see if they're gonna join the British coalition. Oh, hell no. Local resources? Nah. Wait, but this is Araucania. Let me see if there is... Oh, 67 steel. Ah, yeah. I don't know about that one, Mapuches. Only 10 days. 10 days left. Yeah, I will wait to get PP, so I will be able to get into like extensive conscripts. I also hope Peru has a big navy. Oh my... The big navy in question. How did they manage to push Ecuador so much back? High quality nitrate and declare war. This will worse than the Mapuches. Yeah, we don't care. I melted through them. Alright, and Peru will just like be afloat. Couldn't even change their government. Ecuador didn't even take it. Should we go for round 2? 4th October. Yeah, I will probably release. No, I will not release them. After the last game, I will not fucking release them. I will just do MPs, and it probably even spiked my trade. I'm even closer to people, so they love me probably even more. I will do dispute over Terra del Fuego. And oh hell nah. You're not getting my support equipment now. I'm sorry. They don't look that strong. I hope they will not give me Tierra del Fuego's local autonomy here, and compliance will go up because this guy also has compliance. Do they give it? Do they give it? And that's safe. In case they would join crappy little faction. You're last standing. I will force attack it. Oh my god, we're not like a stick anymore. I think we just killed all of their divisions. Yeah, I don't know what do they have in their divisions, but they are not that good. Holy shit, I'm also dying. Wait, we're both dying. We're both taking each other's countries out. Yeah, I think I will do a martial order. This fight is so weird. But at the same time, I am not using my very best to help them in any way. Mexico declared on Venezuela. Not good, not good. Oh fuck, not good, not good. They lost 500,000, man. Okay, another presidential elections. Can't I get my... Oh, come on. I can take a guy who will just start spawning in, man, out of thin air. I don't know how he made it. If he's like Prometheus or something. I think Eduardo Cruzco. Oh my... Look at how long his face is. But at least he provides manpower. He can have as long face as he wants. Maybe encourage bond and recall this bold man. Oh, I wasn't fast enough. Am I not gonna like get invited to Japan? Aren't they gonna invite me? Do they seriously hate me that much? Sure, man. Sure, Hirohito. We have so much in common. I will just join you. And then after bond purchases, I think I need to like start upping my navy a bit. And oh my days, no one is trading with me anymore. I wonder if my divisions are gonna be so good in Europe too, or are they just gonna blow? Alright, they're not the worst. They're not the worst. I'm actually pushing them out. They're also last stand. 16 divisions from one province. Let's go, let's go. And I think this should be cakewalk in Finland, since like you see how much Finnish divisions are in here. Oh wow. Oh, this is gonna be pain. Oh, this is gonna be pain. But they're also at war with Britain. Absent. Oh yeah. All right. I have 58%. I actually won that war, and I take Argentina. Oh wait, I can take the infinite province. Oh, I have the infinite provinces. We have even more. I need to be such a good friend with Japan. This is like the most problematic. Like I don't want to fight this shit. Yeah, and of course they're gonna be so. Maybe we can take out German combine. Oh wait, so don't I get like plus 44 from trade? Oh, I'm a baron yet again. Oh whoa whoa. Whoa, what have I done here? I need to be a bit fruity with the UK and France, at least for a while. Pedro Dartelli, what is this pickle hobby? Please take down the non-aggression pact. I shouldn't have taken. Well, let me see. This is probably... They don't have shit. This is going to be such a mess. What the fuck is this? They are gonna take everything. I will have like 2%. Alright, let me say now. We will get very lucky if we can get through. Alright, I may or I may not have fumbled the microphone again in this cursed fucking video. So I will do the voiceover yet again. And I promise you, I fucking promise the next video will have good audio quality. And if the mic during the next recording will not be better, I will publicly execute it. So basically, I was pissed because I haven't gotten the funny naval invasion off because, you know, the British had just way too much ships. And I also couldn't get my air force over there because the funny Frenchmen that like to eat frogs, they just wouldn't give me my air forces. So I just reclined my seat and basically fell into a deep sleep for the next 592 years. And I generally started to have a major crash out because of the constant call to arms from the Chin legend Hirohito, who exquisitely needed my help in taking down the wheelchair man in the US. And I traded with the socialists of Germany to get the most conventional and totally not banned ships of submarine class to kill a bunch of poor merchants. After literal ages of waiting, I remake the naval invasions and set them to the eastern coast, and I wipe them off the earth's crust, and they get compensated for the war with not even the London province, just some shrublands next to it and like 2 outdated destroyers on the verge of collapsing. After that, I started plotting against the most the most AI generated name for faction, the German Compact, to have a base of operations on Russians, and chose to take France as the perfect place. I actually steamrolled through them without any resistance since Napoleon wasn't there to save them, and as always, Marshall Plan decided to attack myself, cause why the hell not? And I'm not even going to talk about the brainless I've never been good in biology. Microscopical organisms that were leading the Italian army, or the Germans being squashed from 2 fronts, and for some reason Japan got the whole Western Germany during the war. How did they do it? No fucking clue. They had no claim, they didn't do any naval invasion, they just took it. And then the last ally of the German Compact, and the major one, was Finland, who in every possible universe survives the Russian horde just cause the Russians are so fucking bad. I'd say I get particularly good a bit of land, and the most important, the holy realm of resources, and the Mexican lands to invade the land of tariffs and Orange Man. And of course I release the oppressed Latin Americans, totally not because I'm too lazy to garrison their ports when we invade, and modernize the army to brutally oppress the frogmen that live in the overseas lands. After all that is covered, I prepared a friendly incursion to the democratic land of America. I launched a visit that goes fairly well until I look back at my country and see that Paraguay decided to stab me and twist the knife. Although I conscripted the kids that still go into kindergartens to protect our homelands, and at the same time I continued our democratization of USA. All was good and buttery clean the cake, anything, but they decided to set 13,382 suicidal schizoid naval invasions just to let me hear the nightmare sound. But we stole guns from Paraguay and continued the operation. A lot of blood encirclements later, and burning them to death, we take the last cities of USA and finish the maple syrup land of Canada. I secured almost whole of America and created the Mexico buffer zone on the west of American land. And then what turned out in the future to be the worst decision of my life, of trying to secure the Turkish chromosomes, because Russian Hitler took all of their lands, but at least I got India for the freest manpower, so it wasn't that bad, especially due to the broken local autonomy policy. Then I had to personally go to the land down under, since the major power of the Asia, Japan itself, is too competent to invade fucking Australia, who doesn't even garrison their major ports. Then we just finished the last South American nations that kept biting my ass. All of this is done. First step in the Operation Mental Illness commenced, which was to fill my screen to the brim with divisions, cause there are so many goddamn fronts to cover, and around 2,000 Russian troops that I had to have it covered, feeling confident with only 700 divisions. I thought no one could stop me. Spoiler, I wasn't close to having enough divisions. My Japanese invasion didn't went off because none of my Gabellion destroyers had range, and the only thing that worked was taking the United Kingdom. That's it. Our grand operation of the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere, probably ruled by the fucking aliens by now. They just like they wouldn't be bothered. Then the great mind of mine made the idea of island hopping to Japan, which worked, but the European theater didn't go too well. Let's just say I pressed the funny little button to make my divisions go and then stop. So they got encircled the marginal line and almost died. But I rescued them and went on, as I thought I had the Russians there. And then I swear, I stood up from my PC and went somewhere for like 10 minutes with the plan on. And when I came back, let's just say there wasn't any family left in Chile. Everyone has died. So of course I reloaded the save and made second nightmare approach of releasing a bunch of countries to shorten the lines of attack. And then I had to work for a couple of hours. And also I'm minding you that all this playthrough spans across like 4 or even 5 days. But I thought about strats at work. Yes, you heard me right. My brain has been so consumed by this campaign, I even thought about strategies whilst doing the shit I do at work. And this one was such a boring fucking approach of waiting until I get modern goddamn tanks. Whilst I had nothing, literally nothing researched in tanks, not even the interwar. So it took me about 55 years to research interwar tanks all the way to modern tanks. And all these preparations took me like 2 years to get everything in place and set. And the main goal was again to take Japan and UK as fast as possible, because you know, there's the island nations that keep fucking invading. And then I also made naval invasions on Netherlands, and this time I also set the Indian invasion off. I would say that this attempt was going well. I mean, we took northern Germany and connected the front line somehow. I don't know how. Japan was capitulated, India was popping off, we kicked them from Labrador, so like everything was going well. I thought I would be like out of this war after like a year or two. I was even surprised because I started having green air after centuries of losing the air warfare. So and then we swept into like Norway and Sweden and all of these things, and I literally thought that it was the run. It was not. I tried to invade Königsberg and the Baltics. This shit didn't work, they got executed. I tried the same thing with St. Petersburg, got the exact same result, they lost, they got executed. Guess I do not learn from history. Then I forcefully tried to nuke Switzerland into like literal wastelands, but it just wouldn't work. They just had like, I don't know where did they get all of their defense bonuses from, but that was a fucking schizo. And then I also got tanks into the fray, but they actually sucked ass, and I shouldn't have waited for them for like 5 years. But that's probably because my deranged brain at the time decided to send them into like the most obnoxious and mountainous regions in Europe, where the front was the most entrenched too. And so then it was like front was a stalemate, with me only gaining occasional provinces and in Switzerland, and getting surprise attacked by their schizo naval invasions. After the endless mind-numbing experience and all the pain that they inflicted on my body cells, I remade the tanks because yeah, that was also thing. I made the modern tanks with like a cannon. I should have made them full soft attack. Yeah, and I also got invaded on the US soil. Yeah, the Russians invaded the US soil from the east too. And after that I got such a big crush that I just wanted to end it all. And I'm not talking about the campaign, you know, it all. The thing I was most pissed about was like Air Force, because I couldn't get it back into green air, no matter how much and what planes I made. Like I actually studied the plane design just to have the green air, and it still didn't work. And then, you know, that was just empowering me, and I tried everything in my power to save this safe, but you know, even with releasing America, nothing worked. And it was also around 5 in the fucking morning, and here was the aftermath. Like the day after I woke up. Okay, so I woke up after going to sleep at 5 AM and I woke up at like 4 PM or something. And I'm trying to get into the Chile game I played yesterday, right? And I pressed on like 2 or 3 different saves. Each and every one of them crashes. I don't know long back will I need to go, but if I will need to go to like 1950, this is the one we started, right? 1952. So it's 4 of my save files that are crashing. And it's weird because yesterday the 1952 didn't crash. Why does it crash now? And the newest works, the one that we already lost, like the one that I don't want to try. So I'm gonna have to go to like save before I even started inventing the modern tanks. Oh. And then so I ultimately went back in time to 1949 and redone all of this shit yet again. In short, I basically scrapped an idea of going into Europe and fully committed to Asian front. I've also built a bunch of ships to ensure the domination over the waters, and I even started to, on purpose, start losing sight of whatever the fuck was going on in the game, since I started to have so much families conscripted. As the last time the operations went surprisingly well, the sun has set over the British lands, then the freeing of the Chinese citizens, which went well until I don't know if there was like a bug with the fucking harbors in the fucking supplies, or they just suck a gargantuan dick, because like my people didn't get any, and literally anything, any supplies. And I say, I don't know if it's the harbors that overrode the ports, or I don't know, but you could clearly see that there were supply routes, everything was good, I could have provided bread, there were rails, there were supply hubs, there were fucking ports, and I wasn't even convoy rated, everything was good, and they would just be stuck at like 15% of supplies. Like, why? And then, like, you know, I invaded like the whole coastline of China, and they still wouldn't eat anything, and then the front had started to collapse, and I got pushed out, and I punched my monitor. I was at the point where I had already said like 6 different outros and endings because the sanity was that low. But all the time, like in the back of my voice, like in the back of my head, I had a voice that kept pushing me to finish this shit. So I tried yet again, and I loaded this crime for the 4th day in a row. I waited until modern tanks and thermonukes, and the plan of annihilation was to again destroy the island nations because they're both weak, and then the Operation Freedom in Americas commenced. And I also forgot to tell you about the death boxes I've made all around Europe to slowly and surely kill the right-wing dirty fascists. Also started Operation Octopus in Asia because these fuckers kept naval invading Japan and all of my little islands. So I just murdered them, stuck them into a metal coffins and thrown them into the bottom of the sea, and also impaired my vision to the point where I literally felt like being in a medieval helmet, only seeing like a fraction of the things I'm supposed to see. It was such a tedious fucking job doing the same shit over and over and over. Please send me to mental institution. I mean, you can only imagine what I had to do when I had to cross through the like Colombian lands with 2 infrastructure and a billion troops from both sides because I was too lazy to like spread them evenly. I mean, like all the nukes flying, nobody can move. It was fucking horrible. And then Japan re-invading the islands that I have already invaded. They kept being annoyed with flights. I also made the stupid decision of giving back land to the UK and letting them rebuild, which made them close some of my boxes. Like, come on, man. I didn't close your boxes. Like, imagine having your own glittery box of blood and killing enemy over and over and over and over again. And then the pricks from the islands come in and free province, and they just close your death box. Like, holy shit. And I was also fully committed to not being able to see a thing because of the generals. And I started to reinstate Australia and other countries and started to research ballistic missiles, which turned into nuke warheads. And the most important thing, I kicked them out of South America. Then in Europe, I finally took initiative with the invasion and liberation of Norway. And I started to finally, after so many years, get the green air I so much wanted. And I could have started to drop thermonuclear bombs. I started to flood more tanks in, and there at the same time I opened yet another front and started pushing into China and started to plot the invasion of the most infrastructured and developed land in the world. The Africa. And then the 5th day of the operation, the last day, I was actually kinda repaired with my sanity. I took smaller GUI so we could all have seen something. When all the nukes from rocket sites started going off, they just were broken to the point of no return. I capitulated the Russian Hitlers, I made the last incursion into the Congo, and naval invaded China, and finally the last barrage of rockets went off, and the China in which nothing ever happened on some square, collapsing with the fascist world leaving everything to the peaceful blue democracy of Chile. I am yet again eternally sorry for the voiceover. I know you would have wanted to hear me suffer, but I'm so sorry. I promise you to repair it before next vid, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope the voiceover also sounded not that bad, because I'm telling you, when I was editing the normal voice, it was like just cutting out in the mid sentences, like at the end of the sentences, and it sounded horrible. Yet again, thank you for everything, and see you on the Chinese square in the next video.